Okay, folks, all you variables out there, I want to show some more captures of some more fast moving crafts. In total, I've discovered five in these clips, and I got the extracts from these that I'll show. And this was one, uh, this was a clip from the front security camera that's aimed toward the east. And down here, you can see the tops of the hills in between the houses. That's the Lake Mead foothills, and over this way is towards the Hoover Dam, just to kind of put the area into perspective. Um, this video clip here presented several very fast moving crafts moving through it. And one that is still kind of in question just because I'm wondering if it isn't um, like an insect still like the one in the very back on the back camera, but there's several of these that I know there's just no way they're insects because insects don't like disturb the cloud structures off in the upper atmosphere like some of these do. And I'll show some of the right there it is, right there it comes zipping through from the top. And again, this would be from the front security cam that I've repositioned several times. And now I don't want to say that I like got out the tape measure and applied all of this physical science to strategically placing this camera in this position to capture these things. But I will say that I have reviewed lots of footage from not just the security cams, but from the iPad and from the Panasonic Lumix and from my camera phone that would suggest there is a way to s- kind of determine where a lot of these things are being seen and then coordinate it with the location. And this camera here in the front, I've had positioned a few different times, just kind of testing out different angles. And this new angle here that I've had it in just since the beginning of this year seems to be the most productive so far. And I'm going to show some of those clips there, but also in this here, um, this was some of the footage that I had included in the clip. This was my emergency broadcast that I had done. And then you could see there's birds that kind of respond to it and kind of approach the camera and stuff further on. I have another video to show on that. But in this clip here, there's another really fast moving object that comes through at about the 6 second, 7 second mark. I'll let it play regular speed here. Right there, zips through right at the very top left if you look at where it says blink, but don't blink because you'll miss it. There's right there, it comes zipping through, that's backwards. Now let me move it forward frame by frame and you'll see, look right by where the K is on the blink logo. Right there is where it first appears, and then it appears in the middle of the frame, and then it appears here. And I did pull these frames out, I'll show them one by one, and then it just kind of zips off to the north there. And you could see it's moving much faster than that other plane that you can see here. Clearly, this is a plane moving towards our location. And that whatever that is that zips through right there is moving much, much faster than that airplane there. But I want to show a couple more frames from this capture too. I know I already had kind of covered it, showing this craft drifting over. But there's, like, more to this as well that I wanna show too, that it just kinda extends out. And again, in case you didn't see the other video, let me pause this, and I'll move it frame by frame, and you can see where the object comes down from the top and kinda zips through right there. And it's very, very fast. That's, kinda stepping it, slowing it down. Let me play at regular speed. It's barely visible. And again, it could be an insect, but here's the thing. When I've looked at these closer frame by frame, you can see where as it's moving across here and going off to the northwest, you can see where it disrupts the cloud structure right here. And I typically don't see the insects that fly around in my captures, and I've captured a lot of insects, disrupt the cloud structures up there in the atmosphere. So Anyway, um, let me show this one here. This is the clip where it comes through really fast. I'll show that again. Right there at the '06 mark is where it first appears as like a little smudge just under the K by the blank, right there. And then it plays forward a little bit. It comes back into frame from that same direction, but from above there by the K and zips through right there. Let me back it up again and I'll show it frame by frame. There we go. And then this one here and the front cams. Now these objects move very, very, very fast. And let me double check my time. I have the times written down. At 16 seconds is when the first one appears in the very top of the frame. I'm going to let it play forward regular speed, and then I'll back it up like I did the other one and play it frame by frame. Right there it is. It zips down from the very top. Let me back this up. Right. If you look right below where it says albums up here, it's right in here is where it first appears. And it's just a little dot right there. And then it disappears. And then it reappears further to the east right there. And then it just kind of scurries off. Right there, you can see it once again. It appears just above that cloud structure. It's right here. And then it disappears for a couple of frames. And then it reappears right here. And again, because I'm repetitive, I'll say it again. I'm going to pull out the frames and look at them a little bit closer. But I'm going to let this play forward again because once again, at about the 52-second mark, um, there is another object that comes zipping through as well. I'm going to advance it here. It's very fast. Don't blink. Comes in right across the very top. Let me back it up. Comes back into view. Looks like right about in that frame there is where it appears, and it's real faint. It's right there. And again, I pulled out the frames. I'll show them with the magnifier. It's right there is where it first appears. And then it comes there, 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 there. And it just again kind of zips off toward the north of our location. And I'll back it up once again. I'm going to play at regular speed once again so you can see how fast it is. Don't blink. Zip. Just kind of zips right through. So I'm pretty sure that these are um, the lights that I'm seeing zipping through the sky at night. They just have spotlights on at night and they look like spotlights zipping through. So, okay. And then there's the one coming up here that kind of looks a little bit like it could be an insect, but I have to question it because not just the movement, that makes it seem like it's an insect, but it's just the how fast it is. I know that there's some insects that fly through that are pretty fast too, but this one is just to me it seems like it's not close to the camera. Like it's some small insect that's just really close to the camera making it look large. To me it seems like it's a large object just further away as it comes down. And that's my perception of it. Right there it is. It comes zipping down, and then if you watch it, it kind of follows the line of the cloud structure right there. I'm backing it up. And it first comes into view right there is a little dark speck right there from this angle. And then the next frame, we can see right there, it's kind of glowing a little bit with a dark body right there. And right there, you can see whatever it is, whether it's an insect that's up close or a large object up high, it's reflecting the sunlight. And there's a couple frames right there. It almost looks like it has kind of a red glow to it. And I'll look at that a little bit closer with the magnifier. But right there again, it almost looks like it has like a rainbow glow just real faint red glow as it moves off in that direction towards the north again. So, anyway, I'll show those frames frame by frame. Take a closer look at these with the magnifier here. This one I already shown in the other video, but I'll show it again. Here it is moving across. And then it appears there, and then there. And you can see where it just kind of disappears after disrupting the cloud structure in that area. Right there. So, anyway, that I had already shown plenty of this here where I had adjusted the colors out. So, I'll do another video where I show more of that, but right now I wanted to focus on these fast crafts that we're moving through. And then this was the other one that appeared in the video with the birds. There it is right up here. Let me get the magnifier out. It appears right up here by the blink. You can see 1 second it's not there. There's a little smudge right there that appears. And then there it is right there. And then it appears here. And then it appears here. And then here. And I'm not really sure where it goes from that point. It just kind of disappears. And oh, there's the bird flying through. Okay. I thought I had those frames in a separate folder, but anyway, there's the bird flying through. Yeah, they were very, very curious about the camera after I had done those broadcasts. So I'm wondering if um, I were to like broadcast um, audio files that would were meant to like teach birds how to talk, if I could get some of the birds around here to talk. I don't know. Be a curious experiment. There's that fast moving object there across the top. Let me get the magnifier out. That first appears right in there. And then it comes out there. And there. And then there. And then all the way over there. And there. And then there. So it moves really fast up there in the upper atmosphere. I don't believe that's an insect because typically insects won't like disrupt the cloud vapors up in the upper atmosphere like that one does. Right there, you can clearly see there's something disrupting that cloud structure up there. So, and then it zips on through. Now, this one, this is the one that I'm questioning whether or not it's an insect or it's an object in the upper atmosphere. Because if it's an insect, it has a very large head, and right in through here is where it starts reflecting the light, like with a red hue to it. Right there, you can kind of see some of the red from it. But it's so hard to say. I mean, it could be an insect, but to me, it's kind of curious. So right in here, it kind of looks like it disrupts the clouds as it moves through there. But it's hard to say. I think myself it's, like another Captain Zippy of what I normally would see zipping through the skies here at night, but it's hard to say. It moves very fast, that's for sure. And then there's this one here that appeared from the top and zipped on through to the east. Yeah. So, anyway, it seems like this position here to the front toward the east from our location with the security cam seems to be the most productive so far, so I think I'm gonna keep it here for a little while and see what else I can capture. Now the moon has been coming up in this direction, and I've got some clips of that I'm gonna try to put together that show the moon rising up here over the Lake Mead foothills and coming across the sky up in this direction. And I'll try to get those put together and uploaded in the next week or so too. But um, I do have some other clips that are still on the Blink phone that I have to get uploaded. Wait, what was that? Down in the bottom left. Okay, packing up. I know I saw right there. What was it? Oh, it was a bird. Uh, wait. Yep. Okay, it was a bird because you could see it appears right here in front of that house, so it's not nothing up in the sky, but yeah, there it goes. And then it's flying off right here. I saw that. I didn't notice that before, but oh yeah, that's an interesting cut of that. Yeah, okay, that's a bird coming up from ground level. All right. Anyway, um, I'll try and get the captures of the moon movement as well, and then do another video that shows more of the larger, slower moving crafts that were moving over the valley here the other day too. But this one I wanted to kind of focus in on the fast moving runs. So, because I think that these things now that I'm capturing more during the daytime with the repositioning of a couple of these cameras on the roof, um, is capturing Captain Zippy only in the daytime a little bit more. So I believe that's what those some of those spotlights are that I'm capturing. But anyway, I do have this is the video of the birds responding to my little broadcast, and they're definitely curious. And now I'm not quite sure maybe if they're annoyed by it or what, if or maybe they're agreeing with me and what I said, but they're definitely curious. So I'm going to go ahead and just let this play out for the end of this video here. So, okay, so this is the clip with the birds, and this would have been um, about 20 minutes or so
Info.
after I had done my emergency.